Anyone can sell any house in any market, anytime. That's right, I said it. Anyone can sell any home in any market, and I mean it. Assuming they're old enough to sign a legal document and have their faculties, yeah, if you can fog a mirror, you can pretty well sell a house. So why hire a realtor? Well, because there's a big difference between selling a house and selling it well. Just because you sold your house in a day for 150% of the asking price doesn't mean that you got the best result. Handling the sales process and ensuring you've explored all earnest interest in your home to ensure you get the highest price is not something that just happens. In order for you to attain the best results, you need to do a lot more than just take fancy pictures and put a sign up and wait for the offers to come in. And even if you attain the success you set out for, it's important to remember that with real estate, there is a lot that can happen after the transaction that could completely wipe out whatever profit you think you made. I could go on and on about the pros and cons from a marketing and negotiating standpoint when choosing to hire a realtor or not. I've had this conversation too many times that I care to count. But there is another factor, perhaps the most important of all, that is almost never considered by sellers when they choose to go it alone. There is an old adage that I think applies well to this topic, and that is just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. I mean, I probably could have watched a few YouTube videos and performed a vasectomy on myself. I could have bought the necessary tools and gone for it, but I know enough to know it's not worth the cost if something were to go wrong. Think this is a crazy example? Well, Dr. Jonathan Heatley did it to himself. He did it, so can you. I mean, you can access the same tools and body of knowledge, but the question becomes, is it really worth it? And will you always be wondering if something might go wrong down the road, even if you appeared to be one of the successful ones? You as a homeowner may have a lot of experience as a negotiator, and much like I can go out and buy the scalpel, thread, needle, you can also access the same tools as a realtor. That's right, due to competition laws, sellers can choose to post their homes on the MLS through mirror posting agencies who charge a low fee but don't provide any additional services. You can also source the same photographer and utilize social media and the internet and traditional media to expose your home to the market. I would argue, though, there's certainly a difference between doing this once and doing it many times a month, but just like the vasectomy, it can be done and you may be better at it than most potential sellers. The truth is, however, that a professional realtor will not only market your home so that it presents in its best light and negotiate well on your behalf. No, there is a third element that a reputable realtor provides that cannot be bought and has to be earned. The one that is most often overlooked, and that is community. You see, as realtors, we are a part of a network, and believe it or not, that was the sole purpose of the creation of the MLS, what you might refer to as realtor.ca. That site you love is bought, built, and paid for by realtors so that we can cooperate and network with fellow realtors to represent our clients and bring them success. Networking and cooperating with the real estate community is the fundamental purpose of a realtor's existence. It's easy to understand this when it's brought to the forefront. You obviously wouldn't want a realtor who is threatening or rude or just had bad hygiene. No, you want a realtor who will properly represent you in the real estate community and is willing to cooperate with other professionals to get you the best results. It's the old catch more flies with honey than vinegar scenario. You see, as a tenured realtor in the business, you not only learn how to market and negotiate, hopefully anyways, you also get to know your realtor community. You know the good agents who are dependable versus the ones that are less so. Yes, that's right, not all agents are the same. I know it's shocking. As someone with over 10 years of experience in the business, one of the best things I can do is properly advise my clients according to who is on the other side of the transaction. This is important so that we can properly anticipate problems such as improper legal disclosures, poorly written contracts, latent defects, appraisal issues, and worst of all, of course, flaky buyers. Hopefully avoiding these pitfalls and other ones altogether. You see, when you work with a realtor and it seems like it was a cakewalk and you perceive that they did nothing at all, well, in reality, while they may have just gotten lucky, they also may have done their job so well that they avoided the potential pitfalls in your sale and kept things running smoothly. This is something an experienced and professional realtor can bring to their client, and it's so important. It's what gets you to the finish line with the best results possible, both in terms of how much money you make and how much stress you had to go through to get there. Here's a reality check. 99.99% of the dependable buyers you want to work with are already working with an agent to advise them in their purchase. And the truth is that when selling your home, the buyer and the representative on the other side of the transaction is a gigantic part of the process of running smoothly. If you want success in selling your home, you not only need a realtor who has the ability to display your home at its best and negotiate a great deal on your behalf, you also need a realtor with the experience within the real estate community to ensure that they can properly advise you about not only your half of the transaction, but also help advise you about the people on the other half of the transaction as well. So, in summary, anybody can sell any home anytime, but there's a huge valley between merely selling a home and selling it well. This is obviously a topic I could go on and on about. I haven't even touched on agency or errors and omissions insurance. But this truth nugget I've shared with you is an invaluable factor to consider when choosing whether to hire an agent or not, and who to choose when you do. If you have any questions about this topic or any other real estate questions, reach out to me directly or comment on this video. And if you like the video and would like more content like this, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on social media where I post videos like this every week. Until next time.